Picture this. You're at the pinnacle of success. Private jets whisking you across continents, sprawling mansions overlooking the ocean, and a bank account that seems endless. Your name is synonymous with power and prestige. Then, in a blink, it all vanishes. Debts pile up, assets are seized, and the world watches as your empire crumbles. This isn't fiction. It's the raw reality faced by countless millionaires and billionaires. From Wall Street titans to tech innovators, they've stared into the abyss of total financial ruin. Yet, what sets them apart, what truly captivates us, isn't their initial rise, but their phoenix-like resurgence. In today's video, we plunge into the gripping sagas of millionaires who lost everything, only to claw their way back, emerging richer, wiser, and unbreakable. These aren't flukes of fate. They're masterclasses in grit, calculated risks, and unyielding perseverance. Whether through catastrophic business flops, market crashes, or personal betrayals, their journeys scream one truth. Rock bottom isn't the end. It's the launchpad for legendary wealth. Stick around as we unpack their falls, rebuilds, and triumphs. These stories don't just entertain. They equip you with the mindset to turn your own setbacks into seven-figure comebacks. Let's dive in. No one is invincible, not even the ultra-wealthy. Millionaires lose it all in spectacular, often public fashion, through a perfect storm of hubris, bad timing, and brutal market forces. Consider Donald Trump in the early 1990s. Once a symbol of New York glamour with casinos, hotels, and a $1 billion plus net worth, he faced 6 bankruptcies. Atlantic City properties tanked amid recessions and over-leveraged debt, forcing him to hand over stakes to banks and watch his fortune evaporate from billions to near-zero liquidity. Others fall to rogue investments or personal pitfalls. James Altucher, a serial entrepreneur, blew through $15 million in the dot-com bust, pouring cash into failed startups while his hedge fund imploded. Divorces like Jeff Bezos, costing $38 billion, or lawsuits, such as those draining Elizabeth Holmes' Theranos empire, amplify the carnage. Luxury evaporates. Ferraris repossessed, yachts auctioned, penthouses foreclosed. These crashes are mercilessly public. Tabloids feast on the schadenfreude, reputations shatter, and isolation sets in amid mounting debts. Friends vanish, stress skyrockets, and sleep becomes a luxury. Yet, buried in the wreckage is a silver lining, a brutal wake-up call that strips away illusions and demands reinvention. The question isn't if you'll fall, it's how you'll rise. These millionaires teach us that the depth of the fall measures the height of the potential comeback. Failure isn't a teacher. It's a brutal drill sergeant that forges unbreakable warriors. Millionaires who hit zero don't just survive. They evolve, absorbing wisdom no Harvard MBA could impart. During these crucible moments, they master core lessons that become their superpower. Financial discipline. They dissect spending habits, ditching impulse buys for ironclad budgets. Trump, post-bankruptcy, swore off reckless debt, focusing on cash flow positive deals. Resilience. Rock bottom builds mental armor. Altucher journaled daily, turning despair into fuel, emerging with a choose-yourself philosophy that spawned best-selling books. Adaptability. Old playbooks fail, so they pivot ruthlessly. Daymond John of Fubu lost millions in bad expansions but adapted by licensing his brand, spotting streetwear's shift. A networking and mentorship. Isolation ends. They seek counsel from survivors. Many join masterminds or hire coaches, turning networks into lifelines. Months or years pass in reflection, reading voraciously, skill building via side hustles, rebuilding confidence brick by brick. Some, like Walt Disney, bankrupted twice early on, pivot industries entirely, channeling animation failures into a $130 billion empire. This gestation period flips the script. Past strategies become relics, replaced by innovative, battle-tested approaches. Failure isn't defeat. It's the forge where average minds break and elite ones are reborn, sharper and hungrier than ever. Hitting absolute zero demands humility, but it's here the magic ignites. Comebacks start minuscule, a garage idea, a $1,000 loan, freelance gigs amid ramen noodles. It's the ultimate detox from excess, honing laser focus on what truly scales. Strategy reigns supreme. They autopsy failures. What hubris blinded them? What risks were ignored? Trump licensed his name for TV, The Apprentice, generating $427 million without upfront capital. Altucher blogged vulnerably, building an audience that funneled into podcasts and investments yielding $10 million plus. Leveraging scars as assets, they target blue ocean markets, tech booms, e-commerce surges, or crypto waves. Media from their fall becomes rocket fuel. Headlines like, "From bankruptcy to boss," draw investors mesmerized by proven grit. Daymond John cold-called apparel giants, turning FUBU's ashes into a $6 billion brand revival. The shift is profound. Fear of failure morphs into obsession with sustainable growth. No more get-rich-quick schemes. It's disciplined scaling, bootstrapping wins, and stacking micro-victories. Starting over isn't regression. It's acceleration, propelled by wisdom that lets them lap novices. This phase proves true wealth builders thrive in constraint, turning nothing into next level.
Patience paye dividende.
These millionaires don't sprint back. They marathon with precision, often eclipsing prior peaks. Strategic reinvestment, diversification, and risk mastery, honed by scars, propel them skyward. Key playbook moves include scaling small wins. Altucher turned blog posts into a media empire, netting millions via courses and books. Leveraging networks. Partnerships unlock funding. Trump's deal-making rebuilt his portfolio to $4 billion plus. Disciplined wealth habits. No lifestyle inflation. Profits compound into real estate, stocks, ventures. Innovation focus. Spotting unmet needs, like John's pivot to Shark Tank, yielding $350 million net worth. Real results stun. Chris Sacca lost early Twitter investments but rebounded via lowercase capital, banking $1 billion plus in Uber/Airbnb. Bankruptcy filings become footnotes as firms outperform originals. Leaner, meaner, market dominating. Their edge? Battle-tested intuition dodges 90% of newbie traps. These sagas electrify. From zero to hero isn't luck. It's deliberate domination. Proving failure sharpens the blade for deeper cuts of success. Reclaimed wealth transforms luxury from gaudy excess to refined mastery. No longer chasing status symbols, these millionaires curate empires of enduring value. Freedom, security, legacy. Post-comeback, Trump's Mar-a-Lago became a profitable club, blending opulence with income. Altucher opts for minimalist freedom. Private travel but prioritized for family and impact. Estates aren't showpieces. They're fortresses, real estate portfolios generating passive millions, art collections appreciating 20% yearly, yachts as business hubs. Loss imprints gratitude. Flash fades, purpose endures. Philanthropy surges. John's Shark Tank platform mentors underrepresented entrepreneurs. Disney endowed arts worldwide. Luxury manifests as control. Time with loved ones, global influence, unassailable security. It's mansions with moats, literal or financial. Jets for deals, not parties. Symbols of triumph etched in resilience. After tasting ashes, their wealth gleams with meaning, proof that refined luxury is the ultimate flex. These titans distill decades of fire into gold standard takeaways, applicable to any hustle. Failure is temporary. Wealth rebuilds faster with smarts. Trump quadrupled back in a decade. A mindset trumps money. Grit outlasts cash. Altucher's vulnerability built unbreakable confidence. Adapt and innovate. Markets evolve, pivot or perish, like John's apparel reinvention. Start small, think big, microsteps compound. Every empire began with one bold move. Wealth equals experience plus legacy. It's not balances, it's influence and impact enduring generations. Why do some surpass originals? Adversity weeds weakness, forging anti-fragile empires. Their stories shatter myths. You don't need pedigree or luck, just responsibility. Emulate them and your setbacks become setups for supremacy. From ruins to riches, these millionaires prove loss isn't final. It's fertilizer for fortunes grander than before. Their unyielding spirit reminds us. Stay relentless. Reinvent boldly. Let failure fuel your fire. Loved these resilience blueprints? Smash like, subscribe, hit notifications for more luxury/life mastery. Drop in comments. Which comeback fires you up most? Trump's deals, Altucher's pivot, or another? What's your bounce back story? Remember, wealth isn't hoarded dollars. It's the courage to rise, richer in every way. See you in the next one.